Hi folks, it's Remembrance Sunday, and to commemorate today and all the soldiers who have fallen in past wars, present wars and undoubtedly future wars, I would like to do a little reading from my own book, Olympus or Oblivion, which might seem really, really strange given that it's just an erotic satire, it's a romp, it's just a lot of fun. However, woven throughout the book there are fairly frequent references to things which are philosophical musings, things that make you think quite deeply, and some of them are semi-autobiographical. And I just think that there's a section here which would be appropriate to read. This is from a section of the book where Chris Hemsworth and I are talking about the impact of legacy and fame and what really lasts. Yes, popularity, influence, money, blah, blah, blah. Nice, I suppose. But how much does money cost? Lost privacy, anxiety, imposter syndrome, obligation, millions of strangers all thinking it's their right to own a piece of you? Cabin and sky for me, please. Modest dreams. We're alive for a flash of time, Chris continued, and then we're dead for all time. Immortality can only come if you leave something behind. That's what fame gives you. I shook my head vigorously. I couldn't agree with that. That's Achilles talking. It's not the fame. What's deeper than that? I pulled up some classic wisdom from the depths of my trivia-laden brain. Pericles said that what you leave behind isn't engraved in stone monuments, but it's what's woven into the lives of other people. And that was about 2,500 years ago. Think about movies being the stone tablets here, okay? Big deal. Like a home movie, your descendants and humanity will forever be able to see you and admire you. But think about your actions, famous or not. Ripples in ponds, butterflies flapping wings and causing hurricanes. There's 1,000 metaphors for it. And that's because deep down we all know it. It's legacy, it's action. It's not passivity, it's not words, and it's certainly not stunts and smoulder. That does fuck all for anybody, and it doesn't stop a kid somewhere from having to rummage through a rubbish tip barefoot for food. It's the imprint, your impact, your legacy, and you don't have to be famous for that. I see what you mean, he said, still sceptical and unconvinced, like Achilles, that anything could compare to fame when you die. Shut your eyes, and I'll try to show you otherwise, I said, looking at him deeply. He closed them, and that pool blue vanished. The Somme, August 1916. William and Arnold Harris, brothers. William was 20, Arnold had just turned 18, barely old enough to have figured out how to shave, but the powerful and the famed in charge thought that the brothers were more than old enough to die together in the mud. Brothers. Loyal in blood and in all the ways that matter, and I know you'll understand that. Chris gave a slight nod. I continued. Not long after dawn, and there was an attempt to advance through the remaining morning mist. The whistle, and then the slipping and the climbing and the rise over the top of those trenches, scrambling over mud and rubble and fallen friends. The brothers found a shallow in the mud and they plunged together for safety until the fire lessened. It's not clear how long they were there, but they were there together, so they kept their courage close. Hemsworth was concentrating hard. When the firing had slowed to a level that they could count, they made their move. They had about 20 yards to go for the trench, and this was about the best chance they had. As they were helping each other to their feet, William collapsed heavily. Bullet straight through his helmet. He was within Arnold's arms, and yet still no time to say goodbye. He couldn't carry his brother's weight and was forced back into the trench he'd come from, covered in his older brother's fresh blood and brains. He never saw William's body again. My God, said Chris, opening his eyes. That's horrific. I can't imagine. What happened to Arnold? He survived the war. Obviously, never the same again. None of them were. A whole generation of young, broken minds. But he came back to Scotland, he settled in Ayrshire, got married, 3 kids, became a coal merchant of all things. I chuckled. Thank God he survived, Chris said with a long exhale. His featherweight heart was clearly moved by the story. I'm more than grateful he survived, I said. He was my great-grandfather. Chris's eyes misted. If that bullet had been inches to the other side, I wouldn't be here now. My kids wouldn't be here. All the some things of his descendants would go on to be would never have materialised. Descended from him are doctors, a cancer researcher, an opera singer, care workers, a writer, nurses. There were births, deaths, marriages. Impact, Chris stated passionately, closing his eyes to block a tear. I nodded slowly, reaching for his hand. Immortality, legacy, and peace for all the ages. No fame or money required. To me, the gods feel small, and my great uncle is immortal. God bless who've gone before us, who've fallen, who fall today, and will fall in the future.